Alright, so we're just going to give you an update here where we are with the AI for tile type player inside to build a game. This one would have got at the moment. I just did a little setup here so we can see this. The boxes, like we've looked at in the previous videos, these each indicate a different type, different state for the player to be in. And it kind of gives you the visual reference for the line of sight, where things are going to be affected. What we have here, I've got the main player set up here. We have two enemy players set up. They're going to be set up in idle pose, meaning there's not going to be a waypoints or padding to move them around. They'll start in a static position. Inside of each one of them, I'm going to go ahead and just go over a couple of the new buttons and stuff. So beforehand, we were looking at the path view, the waypoint, and all that. There are currently up to this point, when it comes to AI, you're going to have like a lot of predetermining factors before the AI makes a decision. So you have a lot of options to be able to say what is it he's going to do prior to it. Also, there is a, which is just another fun thing here, is you have a idle random direction. So you can actually, if you want the player to be standing in one spot and idle looking around, you can do that. We also have one, see, idle animation random on near box. I'm going to leave this one off so that if you're too close to him, he'll stay staring at you instead of just start looking away. We had before, we were looking at the trigger range and describing how each of these, the different boxes, the gray, yellow, orange, purple, red, and those, each one of these are stating a different action that can occur. For this character, he's actually got the green option, he's got the near as the close, and then he's got the orange for searching. Searching is actually, we're going to be specific with it, and we want to say go to this one. So I'm just going to run through this guy real quick just so you can get an idea of what went into setting him up. The other thing with this one is that the blue is going to be on constant on for the starting state. Same thing for the green. The rest of them are going to be off, including the orange. Orange is going to be a event based, and it's going to stay on. We'll say for like, actually we'll go for about we'll say about 3 seconds right here. It's going to start off though. Alright, and then I'm not actually going to do a action with it, so he'll go up here with the gun and look tough, but he's actually not going to shoot. And then you have a option for how long it takes for the boxes, if they are going to be going in and out, how long they actually take to do that. This box here, the help box, will actually, you'll see it kind of animate outwards. Alright, and then for the search option, we're enabling it on health so that if the player gets hit, he's going to immediately go into a look for weapon and go grab a weapon. Alright, so that's going to be set with the health amount less than, and so 98, so the moment he loses any health, he'll immediately go and start looking for one. Alright, and then there are a set of new options here, which is going to be the trigger settings. So for instance, we'll do the search on this one. Let's see, searching on this one is going to be by any tile or by player, and then we'll do unlimited times. You can also do it so that, for instance, if the player did get to it, you just want to do it once, then it would just do it one time and then would no longer be checking when it would get used. Triggering the team ID, you can actually say based on the ID of whatever objects you want. You can get down to just saying team against team. You could do the race faction or the self, and be very specific with the ID value for each one of those. And then when you get to the AI trigger options, there is the other meaning the object that gets triggered. So when he goes out and he does his, like say this is green box for follow, when something comes into the green box, the AI can actually say, who are you, and do you fit these conditions? So for instance, we could say when this player comes into the box, if, we'll say for instance, just as a for instance here, if the other player has the weapon and it's active, then you can say do something. But maybe you want to say he's peaceful, so he actually won't do anything to you unless you have the weapon off or you don't have it. So you can be very specific with some of the properties, so you can kind of give a little bit more of a characteristic to it. Alright, and then we also have from enter and from exit. From enter means when this player walks into whichever trigger you're going for up here. So if I say he walks into the green, and when he walks into it, I want to turn the action button on. So for instance, if I said green here and then I say this one's going to turn on, that means he would turn his whatever your AI trigger range size is, he's going to enable that one to come on for it. Alright, cool. And then same thing for the AI trigger from exit. Does the same thing, except when you exit the object, then you can say what state can you now turn on and be checking for. Alright, so if we'll finish up with this one. I'll do a next video and we'll just play through it so you can see it happening there.